if you count the beginning as being the first women's rights convention in Seneca Falls in 1848, organized by Elizabeth Cady Stanton and several others. It kind of sprang from the abolition movement. Women were involved in abolition, but they often weren't allowed to speak or take leadership roles. And they thought, how can we fight for the rights of those who are enslaved when we have no rights ourselves? This was a song written in 1863 by two men, actually, Brow and Mader, but it was used by first the National American Women's Suffrage Association and later the National Women's Party. Sang it over and over, and I think you'll see why. Men tell us 'tis fit for wives to submit to their husbands submissively, weakly. Whatever they say, wives should obey, unquestioning, stupidly, meekly. Our husbands would have us their own dictum take, without ever wherefore or why for it. But I won't and I can't, and I won't and I shan't, oh, I will speak my mind if I die for it. For we know it's all fudge to say man's the best judge of what should be and shouldn't, and so on. That woman should bow, nor attempt to say how she considers that matter should go on. I never yet gave up myself as a slave, however my husband might try for it. For I don't and I can't, and I won't and I shan't, oh, I will speak my mind if I die for it. And all ladies, I hope, who with husbands to cope for the rights of the sex will not trifle. We all, if we choose, our tongues but to use, can all opposition soon stifle. Let man, if he will, then bid us be still, and silent price he'll pay high for it. For we don't and we can't, and we won't and we shan't, oh, we will speak our minds if we die for it. Suffragists used many means of persuasion through songs, through rhetoric. They first started to argue that they were citizens, that they were taxed and expected to obey the laws of citizens, and yet were not able to vote for the people who enacted the laws. And as patriots, they should not have to consent to be governed, since they were not able to vote for the government. And later on, as the reform movement took place, temperance and other movements, they argued that as mothers of citizens, they needed the right of the ballot in order to protect the homes and wipe out corruption in politics. They used many different kinds of tunes for the suffrage songs. They wrote some. A woman named Ethel Smythe was an English, British songwriter, wrote some songs for the suffrage movement, but more often they used very popular Henry Clay work tunes, Stephen Foster tunes, hymn tunes. Battle Hymn of the Republic was a favorite. Robert Burns, as you'll see. And so they used any means they could by which to persuade those who were able to vote to give them the right to vote. It took 72 years, as I said, for them to get that right across the nation. Wyoming was the first state to give women the right to vote. And we're coming up on the centennial of New York State giving women the right to vote in 1917. But it wasn't until 1920 that the 19th Amendment to the Constitution was ratified. So this one brings in a couple of those themes. I have a neighbor, one of those not very hard to find, who knows it all without debate and never change his mind. I asked him what a woman's rights, he said in tones severe, my mind on that is all made up, keep woman in her sphere. I saw a man in tattered garb forth from the grog shop come, who squandered all his cash for drink and starved his wife at home. I asked him, should not woman vote? He answered with a sneer, I've taught my wife to know her place, keep woman in her sphere. I met an earnest, thoughtful man not many days ago, who pondered deep all human law, the honest truth to know. I asked him what of woman's rights, the answer came sincere, her rights are just the same as mine, let woman choose her sphere.